Welcome to another edition of the Paranormal Zone. I'm your co-host, Tom Spitalere. Melissa's back today. Bob's still out on assignment. It's been a very interesting summer. I can't tell you where we're going to be, but keep October 3rd open for a huge fundraiser coming up. We got another one coming up in 2 weeks. Another big fundraiser at Hilldale Cemetery, which I'll tell you about. It just got booked. It's a non-profit organization that helps people with disabilities. And they're going to be there the weekend of the 29th. I believe it's Saturday the 29th. I don't have the calendar in front of me, Melissa, but I'll get back to you on that date. I literally just booked.
29th of August?
Yeah, is that a Saturday?
Let me.
Because I literally just got this booked.
Okay.
It's in my calendar, and I left the calendar
Yes,
in
the
the
29th is a Saturday.
All right, so it's the 29th. Will be a ghost hunt at Hilldale Cemetery for a very special organization. We'll discuss more next week. I might even try to get her on the show next week. And then we also got October 3rd. We have other ghost hunts coming up in September and October too. And the whole month of October is almost booked with paranormal talks. So if anybody wants a paranormal talk or a UFO talk from us, please get a hold of me as quickly as you can at 978-376-2807. With that said, Lawrence Community Access TV has been the home of the Paranormal Zone since day one. We are going to continue to be the home of the Paranormal Zone, but we do need your help. We're having trouble getting the city contract back, and we do need some help with donations. So we are in the process of getting together a, what are those things called again? I'm not too familiar with it because this is the new way of raising money. Melissa, help.
A fundraiser?
Yeah, no,
Fundraiser?
not a fundraiser. Where people can go online and donate money.
Oh, yeah, like a GoFundMe type of
Correct. We're in the process of a
thing?
GoFundMe
Yeah,
account.
I think that's perfect.
But if you're in the area and you want to make a donation, you can always send it to Lawrence Community Access TV at 60 Island Street, Suite 320B, Lawrence, Massachusetts. So, or you can reach out to me at 978-376-2807. If you have a paranormal activity, you have a fundraiser you want to do for a nonprofit, you can reach out to the Essex County Ghost Project at 978-376-2807. Well, today we're going to do a very special show. Paranormal has always been my love, but my second love is cryptozoology. It always has been. Last week we worked on one of my favorite creatures, the Pudgewucky, or the Puckwucky,
right.
or the Poojwucky, or however you want to pronounce that creature's name. This week we're going to be working on something else. We're talking about the big hairy beast called Bigfoot. And the multiple names Bigfoot has. We're going to do let me just do a brief little talk on it. And then we found out recently that Bigfoot was recently sighted. So, Bigfoot, or Sasquatch, is a hairy mythical humanoid creature that inhabits the forests of North America and the Pacific Northwest, both American and Canadian folklore and reality. It's been sighted in Canada, North America. They also go by the Yowie. They got so many different names. It's very popular in the indigenous culture. Some other folk tales of the wild have covered humanoids' existence throughout the world, such as the skunk ape of Florida and southwestern and eastern Massachusetts, the Alamas Yeren and the Yeti of Asia, the Yowie in Australia. So this thing's got multiple names. Usually the description is an ape-like creature covered in black, dark brown, or dark reddish hair. Anecdotal descriptions estimate between roughly 6 and 9 feet tall, Some descriptions have them 10 and 15. In New Hampshire, it's a different story. We'll get to that later on. Some alleged observations describe Bigfoot more human than ape, particularly in the regard of the face. 1971, multiple people in Dallas, Oregon, filed police reports describing an overgrown ape with and one of the men claimed he sighted a creature in the scope of his rifle. He could not bring himself to shoot it because it looked more human than animal. Common descriptions include broad shoulders, no visible neck, long arms. Many skeptics attribute the misidentification of bear standing upright. Some alleged nighttime sightings have stated that the creature's eyes glow yellow or red. However, eyeshine is not present in humans or any other known great apes. So, proposed explanations for this elevated observable eyeshine in the forest include owls, raccoons, opossums, perched foliage, and bears that stand upright. The owner of the Bigfoot Discovery Museum, Michael Ryan, stated, "Imagine a skunk that had rolled around in dead animals and hung around garbage pails." That's the stake. The enormous footprints of this creature are claimed to be at least 24 inches, 610 millimeters long, 8 inches wide, or 200 millimeters wide. Some footprint casts also contain claw marks, making likely that they came from known animals such as bears, which have 5 toes and claws. So, before we get into any more of this scientific stuff that can be fun for us but boring for some listeners, let's talk about what happened. How long ago was that, did you find out, Melissa? Melissa? Uh-oh. We have a ghost in the...
I'm sorry, I hit the wrong thing.
I thought...
hit the button, that was my fault. I didn't realize it.
I thought we had a ghost in the machine.
No, that was all my fault. I was just going through some research, my fault.
That's all right. So
July 31st it was seen, so just a couple days ago.
Oh, wow. Where at?
In Patchogue State Park in Connecticut.
Oh,
State
interesting.
Forest, I'm sorry, State Forest, not State Park. It's big, it's forest. I've driven through there before. So yes, I want to watch I gotta watch the whole video. They have a video that's over a minute long. I was looking at the photos and I couldn't see it from the screenshots. That's why I want to watch the actual video. But it was a credible organization that researches or investigates that was out there when they had this interaction. Right.
So, it would be interesting to know if any of our listeners across the globe have ever seen a Bigfoot, a Sasquatch, or a Yeti.
I would love to know that. So it's the researchers gave it their highest level of credibility. So I'm definitely going to have to, if I can go back in and have them let me watch it. There we go.
And there was another credible on July 5th of this year, too.
Was there? See, that one I didn't hear.
In Voltown, Connecticut, near the Patchogue State Forest.
Okay.
Which, now that leads me to believe that the Patchogue State Forest is a huge sightings of Bigfoot, because there was one on July 5th and one at the end of the month.
Oh my goodness. Hold on,
what's this?
Yeah, you're right.
The BFRO deemed as a sighting at Patchogue State. So I found actually a pronunciation of that thing. Patchogue State Forest in Connecticut, credible, 22 sightings.
There you go. I mean, it's a huge area. I bet, I'm from Connecticut, so I know that area.
And it was a Rhode Island dad that claimed it on July 26th.
Okay. That makes sense with it being not too far away at all. Where did it go?
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
it.
it says they have, yeah, you're right. There's the one on July 5th, and yeah, the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization are the ones that were out there. But yes, you're right. July 5th, there was one. October 17th of last year, there was one.
There was one in New London, Connecticut, too, on July 2026.
Which is not too far from that area either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was close range of crossing sighting of a Sasquatch by a motorist at 1:45 a.m. Oh, this is right near the Patchacog River.
So Patrick,
Yeah, Patchachong River.
yep.
And then in April 2026, there was one in Litchfield County. Whoops and footprints near Kent, Connecticut.
Yep.
Now, where is this Patchacog County? Oh, look! It's right near the Berkshires.
Yes, I was going to say if you go out, you got to totally go out west.
Yeah, it's out near
Northwest.
Bristol and Watertown. Those are towns
Well,
out
I'm
there.
from Bristol, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is out there.
It's beautiful out that way. That's the area. Remember the episode we were talking about the Green Lady Cemetery?
Yeah,
And we were talking about, folklore and stuff from when we were kids, and if we had any experiences, it was going out that way towards the Green Lady Cemetery.
so yeah, this isn't too far from the Berkshire County, Massachusetts,
Yeah.
where there's been a lot of sightings of Bigfoot in the Berks.
Oh,
the
for sure.
Berkshires.
I mean, if you've ever visited out there, it's like when you're in a town, it's like you're in a fishbowl. You're just surrounded by
Oh no,
mountains.
we had a case years ago out there. Years and years ago. Out in the Berks.
That's a far way to travel for a case.
Well, I go anywhere where people need help, and this was a veteran.
Oh,
And-
that's wonderful.
And this was during COVID when everybody was running scared. I gotta stay inside and hide. I mean, if you have medical reasons, I understand.
Right.
If you're compromised immune or something, if you get the the simple flu and you're gonna end up in the hospital, I understand you want to stay in. I can respect that.
Sure.
But people who normally don't get sick going, I gotta stay inside, so I'm gonna be
I
safe.
agree with you. Like, know your health, know your immune system, and know what you can and can't do.
We kept everything
I
going.
have to sit that one out.
Yeah, we kept everything going during COVID. We were careful. We went to a house. We take the thermometer and read your temperature. I'd ask some questions I wouldn't ask. I do ask today a little bit more frequently. People understand those questions. Like the day before a case, I'll ask how you're feeling before we go. And if someone's not feeling well, we always change the date.
Oh, sure. Like, make sure, yeah. I
Yeah.
totally get what you're saying, yeah.
So, make sure everybody's healthy. But, back in the day, it was a little different. So, where's this one? Hold on one second. This sounds pretty cool. Somebody put out on Reddit back in 18, they were going down this trail on 63.
Okay.
I'm just trying to spoof this real quick. Don't have to spoof this one real quick. Guess where this was back in?
What?
In the area of the Patchacog State Forest. And the Upper State Park on the Housatonic River, and the Housatonic River runs through Massachusetts, and there's been plenty of sightings on the Housatonic River near Lake Zor Monroe, near Bettysford, in the Upper Stephanie Bethel. I guess I didn't have far to go looking for this one. It was a juvenile squatch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 6 or 7 feet tall. The guy saw it in his rear view mirror.
Oh, cool. I can't get onto Reddit. It makes you log in.
Oh, I must have been logged in from years ago.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to... Let me see if I can get there. Every time I try and read something, it usually... Yeah, okay, so we'll do this.
So this one on July 5th was supported by Kevin Clemmis of Wesley, Rhode Island. He submitted the account to the BFRO, claiming he saw a huge bipedal creature. Clemmis was driving near the intersections of Wireless School Road and Forge Hill Road around 1:44 a.m. on July 5th when he saw the creature cross the street and enter the woods. According to a report, Clemmis stopped his vehicle after seeing what he described as an 8 to 8.5 foot tall creature, covered with long brown hair, broad shoulders, and unusual long arms. Make no mistake, this was not a bear. Clemens wrote in his report. This was a cryptid. The BFRO, which investigates reported Bigfoot sightings, classified this as a Class A sighting, a designation the organization uses to report what believes to be low likelihood involving misidentified animals. Group investigators said they interviewed Clemens, considered him a credible witness. Connecticut Department of Energy and Protection said they were aware of the report but did not receive any calls related to the alleged sighting. The report was prompted by a lighthearted response from the Voluntown First Selectman Brian Muscadino. Muscadino joked that a male Bigfoot had recently been spotted at Town Hall paying his taxes before fleeing and leaving behind a giant footprint. The BFRO maintains public databases on this stuff. So don't we. I mean, we keep not a public database, but I keep a paper database of these sightings, and that's how we come up with areas like the Sandown Triangle, like the Salem-Wyndham-Derry Triangle and stuff like that. It's because of research and data that have been collected in these areas. But, so that was pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yep, and there was okay, and there was another one in 2018 of a little guy, 3 foot tall.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, somebody described at dusk a 2018 sighting of a small hairy humanoid near Larkin Trail within Connecticut. And the Patchogue State Forest, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Patchogue I saw.
Okay. But that is a good question. You know, like I'm looking at some of the photos people caught and I'm going, I just don't see it. I don't see it. With all of our technology, why haven't we gotten a clearer picture of it yet?
Now, here's one. May 2026, a Class B sighting in the Berkshires. Bigfoot Vocals docks 14 miles southeast of the New York, Mass. state boundary.
Oh, wow. Is the Vocals up?
Yeah. And the biggest areas in Massachusetts are Pittsfield and Berkshire County. Oh! They go right into that other location. And actually another big area is where I come from in Essex County.
I was going to say, and then it'll go up right through the Trail of Tears and go right down the backside of Keene.
Yeah.
In, from Mass into Vermont, New Hampshire corner.
Right, and then there's another one around Keene that's big.
Well, there's so many mountains. There's so many mountains up here, and so many thick, heavy forested areas. I have trouble when I see photos. But, oh, look what I got. I got him. And I'm like, I can't see it. I can't see, but I can pick out a ghost out of nowhere or an orb or.
Right.
It's just my eye isn't trained, I guess, for them.
Well, it's not so much that. They just know how to hide.
Right. Have you had any experiences with Bigfoot?
Well, I might have years ago when something pushed me out of a camp, but I did get word of a big animal seen out off of Route 3.
Okay.
I've heard wood knocks around my area of Essex County where I live in.
I have heard wood knocks before. I will say I have heard that, and you're like, what the heck just made that noise? Because it's not anything small, and usually if you see a turkey you can tell the difference when you're raised in the mountains, or in the forested areas. We know sounds of animals. We know if it's big. We know if it's small. Well, obviously, I would hope anybody could tell if it's big or small.
Right.
But you learn the different footprints of bear, moose, deer, turkeys. You know what I mean? So, and I have not heard. Only once in my life have I heard something that I ran from the forest from that I didn't know what it was. I didn't see anything. It was just all through hearing, you know what I mean? Sounds, and it was enough to make me run. I didn't know what the heck it was.
Yeah, I mean, I got one out in the Billerica, Chelmsford area, right near UPS Hub one night. Someone told me about that.
Interesting. I think they're just always on the move. I think they're nomads. I don't think they fully settle down. I think they're very much hunter-gatherers, and they go wherever the food is.
Well, there have been some sightings. I had a guy on one of my old shows, radio show I did, that had a Bigfoot sighting in Haverhill.
Yep.
There was also in 1826, as a Haverhill account, search party looking for a lost man in the woods who insisted they briefly captured a mysterious wild man who refused to live in society.
Oh, interesting.
There was one sighting up near a school in Mount Washington, but it doesn't really come up online. This was actually, someone had seen it, and there was a police report, which I got my hands on, of a group of kids reporting a Bigfoot sighting up in Haverhill.
Interesting. I'm surprised we don't hear more reports of the mountains up here. You know what I mean? Up north.
Whoa, put the brakes on.
Oh, do we got something?
Let me just make sure I'm in the right vendor here. And of course, you know what happens when you reach my age. Things start getting things harder to see.
I understand that. I have my reading glasses.
Yeah, but I left mine in my car.
Well, good luck. Ask somebody to take a picture and blow it up.
And my car is being worked on right now, as you know.
Yep.
Okay. That I'm not going to discuss because I'm a little weirded out by that. I'm not sure how accurate that is. All right. All right, so Bigfoot. Now, remember we talked about, you just said there was small foot?
Yes.
We're gonna We're going to talk about Smallfoot because in New Hampshire they're not called Smallfoot. They're called wood devils.
Oh, I found a good one on Reddit too. I'm going to send you the video.
All right.
This is from 7 months ago.
All right, so we're going to talk about, there was a Class B sighting in Hillsborough County. Oh, I don't have the date for that one. Springtime. Let's see if I can do this a different way here, because my notes are great. Springtime. On the Mason-Greenville, New Hampshire line. Someone had spotted one in their backyard. Okay? That was the first incident. A year and a half ago, so probably more like 2 years ago now, there was another sighting in that same area. And then incident 3 in that same area, someone, a year ago, the guy's wife was out with the dog walking, and they heard screams in the woods, followed by yipping coyotes, followed by screaming, like the coyotes were being murdered type of deal. And then 8 weeks later, and it was raining out, pitch black, and something hit the side of their house, a piece of a marble or something.
Yeah.
And then incident 5, visited on a Sunday. He had some friends visiting. He stepped out. He could not sleep that night, so he went out to look around. And around midnight, 1 a.m., the sounds of coyotes. And then that happened for 4 nights. And then on the Sauhegan River on Route 31, there was another incident where he thought it was a black bear, but it picked up too fast and ran, and it was over 6 feet too.
Wow.
So
you know what? I think if people search hard enough, all the people saying, "Oh, there's no videos" or whatever, the amount of videos that are out there on Reddit are insane.
Right.
Of people capturing things. Like, there is proof. I just came across 2 videos that are old. You can tell they're older cameras.
Yeah.
Or camera phones. You know what I mean? So
Right.
You would be able to tell if something was cut or if there was AI on it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there's absolutely something in both of those videos, and it is tall, dark, and hairy. I sent one of them to you.
Yeah. No, that's a very interesting photograph.
And then this one, did it send the photograph or did it send the video?
Sent the video.
Yeah, like you can see it in the back, and the same thing with this one here. He's hiding right amongst the people not too far away, which is insane.
Correct.
And people don't even notice it. They're finding it afterwards. I'm like, holy crap, that thing just... I wouldn't have seen it either.
Right. So, here's another one. On 2014, September 12th. In Derry, New Hampshire, right near Route 28. 3 a.m., woke up to a loud noise. Not a coyote. Weird sound, never heard before. And it went on for about 15 minutes. In Nottingham, New Hampshire, in July of 2013.
I think that area is woody too.
Yeah.
So going out.
14-year-old heard a loud howl, sounded like lightning striking. And he looked down the hill where he was riding his bike, and he saw a figure hiding in the tree line. And He booked what? Is that the one you found?
No, this one isn't. It's in a bush line. They're like videoing the water, and then you turn, and then they're on land, and it's all these bushes and trees, and it's amongst that, like walking amongst that, it just walks out and like hides behind another bush.
And then
whatever the hell it was insane. I sent you that video too.
Right, and then in 2023, in Sutton, New Hampshire, a doorbell camera picked up one.
So they are catching them. They are.
Yeah. And they've been all over the Ossipee, New Hampshire area. I'm just waiting to get up there to do a investigation on Bigfoot. I'm waiting for the weather to clear a little bit.
That would be awesome, because I'm going up to Ossipee Saturday, the weekend of Labor Day.
Mm-hmm. And then there have been sightings on May 12, 2020, 12:04 p.m. And they're located in Newbury, New Hampshire, another wooded area.
Yep, that's pretty wooded as well.
Yeah, so this person had caught one there.
So they are catching them. It's just people aren't searching for the videos and the photo evidence. There is evidence out there.
Right.
Lots of it. Oh, good. I hope the science community just leaves them alone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. There was another one back on April 2013. This guy actually saw it twice.
Really?
One on April 1st, 2013, and one on September 31st, 2013.
So I wonder if it had to have been living in this area or...
Yeah. He was hiking out Mount Scataticky in Hancock, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Both times when he saw this thing. It was about 6 to 8 feet tall, walking on two legs.
Wow. I don't know what I would do if I saw. I think I'd be curious. I don't think I would run right away. It depends if I had the feeling, I think the imminent danger feeling, only then would I run. I think I would be so curious.
So I found that interesting.
That is interesting. That's a good one. A lot more information out there than I expected.
Then, this started back in the hills of New Hampshire. The mighty hills of New Hampshire and the mountains of New Hampshire. There's something called the Wood Devil.
Yes.
The woodland hills of Coos County since the 1930s. These creatures are said to be tall and skinny, covered with shaggy tan gray hair. Very elusive, just like the Bigfoot.
Yes.
Covered with shaggy tan gray hair, very elusive, and can hide in the trees. Similar to Bigfoot or Sasquatch. But
you think they can climb? They must be able to climb.
Woodland devils are about 7 to 9 feet tall and have a slender build. Hair long and shaggy, ranges from gray to tan in color.
Yep.
The face is horse-like with a long snout and small eyes.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that with the horse snout.
It has large feet and large hands.
Wow. They got any sightings of, or video or photographic evidence?
And there wasn't much on these at all on photographic evidence. But they have been sighted all over the North Country. You know, from Jefferson to Jackson to Berlin to Milan to the Canadian border.
Oh my goodness, I thought I was, thought that they were talking about Coos County on Reddit. And I was just seeing if there's anything about the woodland devil. There's some stories, but that somebody wrote, I have some customers I see at the grocery store that look just like that.
So they're between 7 and 9 feet tall, okay? They're much more slender and gaunt than a traditional bulky Bigfoot. Camouflage, unlike the aggressive monsters, the wood devil's known for extreme stealth, avoids humans by freezing and standing completely sideways behind the tree trunks in the woods. Witnesses, local law report that they emit a loud, eerie screams or howls that echo across the...
screams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reports and local campfire stories date back to the 1930s. Folklore status, while lauded researchers and podcasters hosts actively investigate the remote woods for traces, they never come up with anything.
No, it sounds like he'll go up in the cryptid category.
So it's quite interesting. So those are the wood devils. They've been named. They've been named many of things in the past of history. Indian devil. Hold on one second. Armametriuses, Kajo, Quackachis, Skunk Beauty, Skunk Bear. In 1942, a hunter named George Wentworth claimed to have shot and wounded a wood devil near Dixville Notch. He said it weighed 400 pounds. He followed the blood trail for a while, but lost it in the thick brush. Imagine that.
I just sent you another one. It doesn't say where it's from, but it's from 21 days ago. A man captured footage of Bigfoot watching him from the woods outside of his cabin. I just sent you that video, too. That one was very interesting. They said where it was.
And then in 1948, George Lavoie said a tall, hairy creature standing behind a tree near his hunting camp described as having a horse-like face. Didn't say where that one was. And then Robert Goulet, not the singer, said he had heard a loud scream walking in a Dixville Notch, followed by a large creature running away on two legs. He described it as 8 feet tall, having gray hair, and he also fired the rifle and missed him.
Interesting.
1973, a group of hikers near Mount Cabot reported seeing long, hairy creature standing on two legs behind a tree. And the tree was about 7 feet tall. And it just stood there, looking at them.
Yeah.
That I find real interesting. So these things these things find humans very interesting.
They clearly do. I mean, they have the ability to avoid us, so they gotta be curious, or someone, I would think. I don't know. I would think any animal is naturally curious.
Right. (1977), a man named John Harrington claimed that he saw two large hairy creatures cross Route 3 near Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. And
Okay.
that's off of Route 10. That's
Oh, yeah, I've been
way
out
up
there, so that would make sense, a lot of sense.
He said it was about 7 feet tall and had gray hair. In 1983, Linda Newton Perry claimed that she saw a large, hairy creature standing behind a tree near her house, near her home in Colebrook. It's another area of a lot of woods.
That's another area, yeah.
She said it was about 8 feet tall and had tan hair.
Makes you, they must have different,
Yeah.
like genetics like we do with
Right.
hair color. You know what I mean? Because you either see them really dark or lighter or sometimes gray.
A man named Bill Brain claimed he had saw a large hairy creature run across Route 3. That was back in 94.
Yeah.
19...
And for our listeners, Route 3 is a very long stretch of road amongst the mountains.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just surrounded by forest on either side.
A man named Bill Driscoll was driving down Route 26. That's another quiet road.
I'm not sure I've ever been on Route 26.
Near Errol, New Hampshire.
Oh, I don't think I have.
When something crossed the road in front of him, and he said it was about 9 feet tall, had long arms, legs, gray hair, gray fur, he said, sorry, not hair, human-like face, and it looked at him briefly before disappearing into the woods.
Wow.
So those
It
are...
sounds like people that have only encroached on possibly their living quarters or whatever have had negative experiences. Otherwise, it's like Bigfoot's just watching or just walking, you know?
Back in 2000, Evan Lichgotsky, or Lich, I can't even pronounce his last name, and his former wife, Edith, were hiking Demers Pond Trail, and the trail is located off the Nash Green Road. The couple had witnessed a hairy figure cross the road in front of them. So that's pretty interesting. Again, in a very wooded area. These are all very wooded areas, folks.
Extremely wooded.
Extremely. If you were to go looking for these things, I haven't found them. But I'm going to give you a little advice in 1 minute how you handle that, because it's not, you just don't go driving. On November 15, 2004, 5 a.m., two men were heading to their favorite buck hunting spot when they heard a high-pitched yelp, squeal, and a critter run. 7-foot-tall, pointed head covered with grayish fur ran right across their trail. They didn't tell us where this was because they're not going to give out their favorite hunting spot.
Well, of course not.
And then of course we had the devil monkey at Danville, which was not a Bigfoot. It was believed to be an escaped illegal captive monkey that they have never found. I pray to God they found him before our winters, because the poor creature would have died.
Oh, absolutely. They wouldn't have been able to survive that.
No. Now let me explain something to our great listeners. Going Bigfoot hunting can be fun. I just listed off places you can find online. Some of those I found online, some of them I found in books researching. But remember, as I was reading them off, My wonderful, expertly co-host kept saying these are heavy wooded areas because she was familiar with them, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right, so if you're coming from anywhere in the United States, from Hartford, Connecticut, to New York City, to Syracuse, New York, to Chicago, Illinois, you know when you drive on roads, you're going to find gas stations, right? Correct?
That's what, sometimes. I don't know about these long roads up here, though.
That's what I'm about ready to say. These roads go on for miles and miles. Sometimes you don't even see any human. Forget Bigfoot.
No houses.
No houses and no humans. Maybe you'll get lucky during tourist trap season. Somebody drives by there so you can get gas if you run out of gas. But if it's off season, you could be stuck out there for a while on some of those back roads.
Oh, absolutely.
So before going for Bigfoot, make sure you have a backpack with some stacks in it. Make sure you carry a pocket knife or a small hunting knife, not to kill anybody, but just in case you need it. Some fire starting equipment, and a first aid kit, because you never know what you're going to find out there.
Oh, it's the truth. Honestly, I don't think I'd go into that deep of a forest without a gun on me.
Well, if you want to.
If you're comfortable, I mean, I wouldn't do it without a weapon.
No.
I wouldn't.
And on these long, too many bears, yes. And on these long, winding roads between towns, if you get to a town and you got a half a tank of gas, here's my suggestion. Fill it up, because you may not find another gas station.
Fill it up.
You may not find another gas station for another 40, 50, 60 miles on some of these roads.
Yep. That is true. That is true.
And if you don't have enough food, if you don't have enough snacks with you when you get to that gas station, make sure you get some type of snacks.
Absolutely.
And on warm
rattlesnakes too. You have to be careful, Croc.
And on warmer days, when it's 80, 90 degrees out, make sure you have water in the car with you, because you never know if the car's going to break down.
That is true.
Because, yes, these are not dirt roads. These are paved roads, most of these. In fact, every road I mentioned is an old truck road.
Yeah.
But,
yes, they were old truck roads, yes.
Yes. Hint, old truck roads. Not used anymore since the invention of 93 and all the main highways through New Hampshire.
Exactly.
You'll be driving through towns you don't even know you drove through.
Mm-hmm.
They're like maybe 100. I went out to, I bought a car once in Brattleboro, Vermont.
Okay.
Brattleboro, Vermont, and I do a lot of back road driving. Brattleboro, Vermont is right over the Western Mass border near Greenfield. It's not far.
You got one right there.
Right. So I found the guys that own Brattleboro Ford are great, but they live in Salem, New Hampshire. Many miles away from Brattleboro Ford.
Yes, it is.
Like
very,
clear across the state. Yeah. So,
side of the state.
Right. So I knew them. Well, actually, I didn't know them well. My sister-in-law knew them real well. And they're like, Tom, go up the road a half a mile, take a left, and follow that road straight back. I forgot what route we were on. Okay?
Okay.
Didn't matter. It got us back quicker than going back through Massachusetts and all the highway traffic, okay?
Okay.
I mean, I got out to 93 pretty quickly. I mean, it took a while, but, and where I live in Methuen, I'm back in the Merrimack Valley. 93 takes you right in, as you know. You live off of 93 but north.
Yeah, I do.
So we came down that way. I've driven a lot of the back roads of New Hampshire. And I go, wait a minute.
Back roads of New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I really do.
I do too. I pick a road and drive. I've probably driven 95% of them. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So.
Yeah, the back roads are beautiful.
They are. And you find a lot of cool graveyards and stuff. But as I was driving, I said, there's no way we're nowhere near Massachusetts. I drove through this town called Brockton, New Hampshire. Literally, you blink and you're done.
Yep.
I knew it was Brockton because I saw a town hall that said Brockton, New Hampshire, and a public library. And then all of a sudden, we're in the next town about 3 minutes down the road from the town hall and the public library. So there's a lot of these small towns. You blink, you're gone.
Tons. Well, oh my gosh, Jesse and I drove through one a couple weeks ago, and it was literally 20 feet, if that. It was welcome to whatever, and then it said now leaving whatever. I go, but we just got here.
Where were you?
Not even. Oh my gosh, it was.
Where were you heading? Because
I want to say out by Durham. I want to say we were out by the seacoast.
Oh, okay. So you went up in Ossipee.
No, that's when we went up to Laconia. I'm sorry, that's when we went up to Laconia, and we went out on the Mount Washington. Out by Weir's Beach, and as we're driving through, it said "Welcome to this town," and then it said, not even. I'm not even joking. 15 seconds later, not even. We were in.
Were you on the New Hampshire seacoast heading to Weir's Beach, or did you go up inland?
Up inland. So
okay.
93. So off of exit 20, right?
Right.
20.
Yeah, there's a lot of little towns. I mean, because I was going to say, when you're up in Ossipee, you get to Albany, New Hampshire. It says, "Welcome to Albany." You see the fire station, which is just a garage. It says Albany Fire Station. And then about 50 feet from that, you're in the next town north. Because Albany north and south are not that big, but east to west, they're huge. It's huge.
Oh, it goes east to west, yeah.
A lot of those towns in New Hampshire, east to west, are bigger than north and south.
Instead of north to south. You're right. You're absolutely right. But that was the smallest, quickest town I ever got through.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
No, I think we did good, Tom.
All right, well, I think we've come to an end of another awesome show. And I think we're going to end this tonight by saying I want to thank you for coming on tonight, being co-host again. I want to thank everybody for tuning in across the world. And if you get a chance and you like us this much, please donate to Lawrence Community Access TV, Incorporated, 60 Island Street, Suite 320B. We could use your help. So thank you very much. We're heading off, and we're heading into the paranormal, and I'm heading to my crypt for a good night's sleep. Have a great night, everybody. This is the Crypt Keeper with Melissa. Thanks, Melissa.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And have a great night, everybody. Good night.